Hokies!
Coach, today you had the opportunity, it appeared, to work on a lot of your stuff, as we call it, a lot of your different defensive packages, a lot of your presses, with a lot of your personnel. Does that make it difficult to ascertain your overall gauge on what you learned, or were you able to take away some pretty valuable information today?
Yeah, I thought the first 25 minutes for sure we could do those things. Was encouraged, particularly in the first half. That was our best field goal percentage defense of the year. First 15 minutes of the game, we had 1 turnover and 1 foul. And then we followed that up with 4 consecutive turnovers and then 4 fouls out of the next 7 defensive possessions. But very encouraged, trying to figure out some of the rotation stuff, like you mentioned, trying to work on our stuff, particularly our defensive stuff. So, yeah, I was encouraged.
How about the timeout? You called timeout right at the start of this game after a made basket. You called a couple later. Teaching moments? Talk about run through those. Well,
just our favorite possessions at Virginia Tech are when everybody gets a touch. And that's rare, particularly at this level, that happens. But for it to be the first possession of the game, I think that was a clue to our guys' preparation. It was a clue to what their mentality was relative to what we were trying to accomplish, and I just wanted to tell them thanks. And then I did it again in the second half. In essence, for the same sort of reason. It was just a different grouping of kids that were on the floor. So, yeah, just
Head coach Buzz Williams is with us following a 96-63 victory over Morehead State. Let's go back to that first half, Coach, defensively. Kerry Blackshear, I don't think it was all on him. A couple of easy buckets off of penetration on the dribble for them, but then it seemed like he really clamped down with the help of some others, and as you mentioned, had a phenomenal defensive stretch. Did he seem challenged in that stretch of basketball in the first half? Because it seemed like he almost took it personally.
I hope so. We need KJ to be a lot better defensively. We need several guys on our team to be a lot better defensively. Our issues are not offensive specific. We can continue to improve offensively. Our issues are defensive. And so we have to figure out what it is that those guys can do to be successful defensively. And some of that is what we were doing in the first half, a little bit too in the second half. But I thought KJ was much better defensively. The one thing that I mentioned to KJ as the game was transpiring, he can't play 25 minutes and get 0 offensive rebounds. We need that to be the next step that he takes specific to his offensive game. It's pretty, or I think most of the time, our guys know when we're about to shoot, no matter who that is. And so he's got to, Chris has a good knack for it. He can be even better at knowing, yeah, now we're about to shoot, I got to go get the rebound, and we need K to get some of those. We only had 3 offensive rebounds. That's a really low number.
You worked on multiple defenses, man, zone. You had your press set up. How'd you feel overall about your defense?
First half, thought it was the best we've been. It was our best DER of the year. In the second half, wasn't as good, but some of that, it probably started okay. The last 10 minutes weren't very good.